Okay, morning rush. After an hour of conversation on the accountability hour. Yeah, at least I have the name now correctly. The accountability hour with Central here. So we're back with the OK Morning Rush here on OKFM 99.5. We're broadcasting to you from the heart of Monrovia on Lynch Street, Montserrat County. This is Marka Davis sitting in the state of Clarence Jackson, Piso this morning. So like I announced this morning, we have with us the president of the Physician Assistants Association of Liberia, Theophilus Faya. The top talking Theophilus Faya is here this morning. And we're going to be talking about several other issues, but most importantly, there's this policy on reclassification of healthcare workers' salaries. This policy was developed and was, according to my information, was supposed to start implementation by January 2025. Today's October 1, 2025. What has happened? Even though there were some other actions taken by the government, salary top up and all of that, Theophilus will tell us, well, that is what in the policy. So folks, sit back, follow us up to 10 o'clock this morning. Yeah, so just before we join Theophilus, let me say, I just remembered that the former president of the Republic of Liberia, George Weah, is celebrating his birthday on today. So today is October 1, and it is the birthday of former President George Weah. So, in a special way, I want to say happy birthday to you. You are how many years old today? Is it 56, 57? Something about that. So, yeah, so today is the birthday of the former President George Weah. Happy birthday. So let's go now to our guest. Let's go now to our guest and say good morning, Theophilus Faya. It's great to have you this morning. How are you?
Thank you very much. I'm grateful to be here this morning, especially after a long stay away from the media. But as God will have it, I think we are moving gradually. We didn't stop, but we are going small. Yes.
Why you stay away a little bit?
Yeah, because people need to be given the time.
You were getting scared?
Not necessarily. I think nobody is after me. And okay. Yes, even though sometimes people will shunk you, but we are not deterred. When you follow the path of advocacy, those that you are advocating for, and then those that you are advocating to, most often they see it differently. So sometimes we accept that, and that is actually what we anticipate. But at least we are back to raise the flag and to remind the people, at least to commend the commendable, and then of course to condemn the condemnable. That's what we are here for this morning.
Okay. Just before we can go to the crux of this conversation, you want to give our audience the light of what this whole Physician Assistant Association is about. What do you do? Who are all members of this association? Yes, just give us brief background about it.
So, thank you very much. Let me say, hands up to all gallant physician assistant in service and those that are retired and those that are wishing to join. So I want to say thank you and welcome on board, and hands up to you all. So the physician assistant profession, as you might be aware, the name implies physician assistant. They are next to the doctor in the clinical service. And you see they came to being in Liberia in 1964 from Tottenham National Institute of Medical Art. Okay. And then other universities, at that university, they are granted diploma status for 3-year studies. And eventually we have other universities like the Cottington University offering bachelors of science in physician assistant studies. And then other universities like for example, the Baptist, the Nakita, and this and so on and so forth. Even the PYD, the late or university applied to offer a physician assistant in NIMBA at the AA level, but we are at least the profession is growing gradually because before it was just TNIMB and now we have more than TNIMB and up to bachelor's level, and some of them have specialized and have getting additional skills. But the battle is to recognize their skills, to be able to reclassify them, to say, yeah, this is their role, and this is what they learn, and this is what they are doing. So we recognize them by their role. That's the challenge currently library are having. Not that we don't have the gap. The gap is there, but it's still a challenge to see people being recognized by their work.
Okay. Thanks for at least the brief history. People know now exactly what we were talking about. Let's start with this whole issue of. I know we may talk other things, but recently when I was reading the news, I came across Theophilus Fire again talking about this entire reclassification. You want to give a little background of how this whole thing started?
Yes, it was initiated earlier on 2021,
Okay.
and then the health sector have always been like having struck actions and multiple times, sometimes disenchantment, and people even sang some slogans about salary harmonizations, and the list go on. But then government sat and said, we can work on something by mind. We need to craft a policy. So government convinced us, hey, we can be crafting policy for you and you still want to strike. So you need to listen to us that craft the policy so you can have something to hold all back. So we embarked on the policy crafting. We discussed the policy. We went back and forth. Anywhere you have salary discussions, the employer and the employee will not actually be in one accord. The employee will be claiming more, and the employer will say, no, we can do it this way. So at some point in time, we were demanding high amount. We said half of the doctor pay for PAs, it should be the one that locked up to physician assistant. So government said, hey, we can afford that. We are a struggling economy, and now you people need to be reasonable. So we said, okay, bring up the table what you can afford. So government said, what do you anticipate? So we said we needed to be reclassified. To reclassify someone simply means if the person was employed with diploma and they have gone to achieve bachelor's degree, you must be able to, enlist them with that bachelor's and pay them as per that bachelor's degree. But that is not the case. If you have also gone, you start as general practitioner, but eventually you want to specialize. Maybe you started giving care everybody, but then later you specialize in eye service, maybe in the ear, maybe in the nose. You want to give those specialized services. You should also be paid by that. But interestingly, it have never happened like that. So government now started and listed all the different cadres. The poor physician assistant with diploma, which is entry level, for example, they say entry level will be around like $350, let's say.
So let me go through the list of what the policy put for different qualification, different areas in the
Yes.
health sector.
Thank you very
So
much.
there's a specific salary adjustments as of December 2024. This is something I'm seeing here.
Yeah,
It's
that's it.
a pharmacist, 1,200. Is that what in the document?
Yes, that's what
Yes, and it's a nurse anesthetics, 500. Was that it?
initially 2024.
Yes.
Yes.
BSc nurses 375,
Yes.
diploma or AA nurses 350, physician assistants PAs 400,
Yes.
certified midwife 300, registered midwives 220, lab and operating room technicians 300, nurse aides $185. Is that what we're listed in the policy?
So that policy that you are reading was as a result of our advocacy with the government, and then the true Minister Ngafuan, he said, based on the envelope, at that time, Honorable Ngafuan declared that he want to add $50 across the board. And we said that adding $50 was not a good service to us. But we are looking at people that are making less than $100 in the health sector. So let's try to bring them on par with those that are already making the hundreds. So in that range, we all agree that we close the gap.
Okay.
So that's the policy that we are reading. But the policy that we are talking about, the implementation here, is the one that the previous government signed
Okay.
It was also published. When you click on that, or maybe you research it, you go to identify. I have a copy of it here now.
Okay.
So the initial entry point of our salaries, for example, the physician assistant with entry level salary used to be around $250.
Okay.
After which is diploma, then also they recognize that physician assistant with BSc also making $290. That was entry level at the time. Then physician assistant with specialty will make around like $290 as well. Now, when we have the discussions, we said we will put the physician assistant, for example, with diploma at $550. But how? We said over the course of four months, 4 years, meaning from 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027, we'll close that. That means we'll meet the target. Now, physician assistant also with BSc were put at 700.
Okay.
The 700 will also have been incrementally. That means from 2024 all the way to 2027. So with specialties, it was estimated as 1,500 for someone with specialty.
Okay.
Now, how was that happening? We said we'll take it at maybe 60% as the initial one on 2024. If you're already making the 60%, nothing will be added on you.
Okay.
If you are already making the less than 60%, they will add something on you. So it was going to be like that. Eventually, everybody will be unified. That happened across the cadres that were in the policy. So our frustration grew. Time to implement the policy. Government started calling the policy political policy. It was crafted because of election. But mind you, policies, all the laws that were passed during the election, does that mean that those laws are not effective, or would you cancel them? It doesn't make sense at
Were
all.
there new trend of engagement because after the new administration took over, were there new engagements to remind them, well, this is the policy on the book. What are we doing about it? According to the documents, implementation should start as of January 2025. Were there these kind of engagements?
So there was series of engagement, even with the transitional team.
Okay.
Immediately when the transitional team was constituted, we took copy of the policy to them, and we told the minister, the algorithm minister, but if you forget about anything to turn over, don't forget about this policy. It is with you, and please turn it over to the next minister that coming. So Minister Jara then, apparently she didn't turn it over, but we also met the current minister and
Okay.
gave her a copy of the policy again. This policy, when you're planning, please include this policy in it. However, the policy was flexible to discussion as well. They didn't listen to us until when we had our strike action in
Okay.
December of last year. So when we struck how the government came up with the issue of salary closure gap. So we just struck December, and then you have something that folded us. For example, you added something to close the gap between one hair worker to another at the moment. Then we stay continuing to not appreciate that. As a matter of fact, we appreciate them a lot for that money they added, and we also want to appreciate them again a lot for improving in our service delivery currently.
Okay.
Currently, as it stands, the quality of services have improved to some extent, but you cannot improve the
In the health
services
sector across the
in the
country.
health sector across the places that we have visited.
Okay.
There have been actually like let's say value for money. People have been working tirelessly now and accountable for their time in service.
Okay.
But what is encouraging is if services are getting more attracted to the citizen and citizens are going towards the services, it means that the people that are offering the services should also be benefiting. Meaning their salary need to be looked at seriously.
Okay.
It would say we want to have fee for services. The fee for services, those that are offering the services are the healthcare workers. And we are not neglecting our part, but government is neglecting her part that have to do with bettering our life. So that is the problem that we have.
Are there later besides just these advocacy efforts, maybe press conferences through radio appearances and all of that? I mean, are there ongoing engagement to ensure that this policy works?
So the engagement there is we wrote letters to CSA, we wrote letter to the Minister of Health, wrote letter to the Minister of Finance, and those letters sometimes interestingly they are just downplay. We got copies of those letters, and there are tons of them. They just downplay them. And then we know that people will downplay it because of what they think, but we know that policy cannot that along it is being signature to. We know in the long run, government will be accountable to this policy. And those that feel that this policy, it does not maybe favor them or because there is no money for it and you just downplay it, we know that posterity is there. We know future will come after you because you downplay what is going to benefit the sector, and you even making people to be discouraged. Some of them are even diverting from the medical profession, going to different areas because they feel that they are not taking it for serious. And you can be giving care to somebody, for example, then you're making lesser money than when you are sick. You go to the same facility to access it, you need to also pay services for your own health care. Then what happened? You're going to see that when you go back to work, you're not going to be motivated. And one thing I also want to signal here is the issue of volunteers.
Okay.
You have tons of people stay volunteering. If you say you're not ready for volunteer, don't keep them wasting their time.
Has there not been gradual, let's say, enrollment of them on the payroll in the system?
My brother, to pronounce and to see it are two different things.
Okay.
When I listened carefully last time, Honorable Josiah Joka said he employed 600 persons. Who raised the elect for the volunteers to be absorbed on the payroll? It is we as civil society organizations in health. We the one raise the elect. If you are employing people, don't you think that we are stakeholders? We all have to do it differently because let me tell you what can happen. Even it is proven that they employ those people. Sometimes the vetting process, those have been volunteering for decades. They're going to exclude them and put people that are more close to the authority that are making decisions. So those things we said, we have to be involved because we are involved. We saw it before. It happened under CDC regime. When they wanted to employ people for Raritan Hospital, the list of people that were employed, we started verifying that all of them were intern here. It were not people that were at Raritan Hospital. It were people that were
People
intern
who
here.
were it wasn't people who were already there volunteering.
They were not there. It were people that around here that could talk to them physically and tell them, say, please help me. It was the people that they prioritized while leaving those that have been volunteering for decades and then just lingering there. I have a case, physician assistant in Lofa that have worked, imagine, since 2015. A physician assistant volunteer since 2015 up to now, he yet to get on payroll. He is son in Lofa County. Imagine that. I have also another case in that of Maryland, in Grand Crew, in Grand Gila. Physician assistant volunteering there for more than 10 years. They are not employed. So we have issues with those kind of life. You can't keep them volunteering like that and you deploy them, put them on regular schedule. But even right here at JFK still got volunteers. They are on schedule like regular employees. When they even don't have time to go to work, they have to find an excuse. And when they are not to work, you will lash at them. But without you taking into consideration that the work they do is where they're supposed to be living from, but you're downplaying that. So because they're not involving us.
What does it mean for the health sector or the country as a whole having a huge number of people volunteering in the sector?
Not only the huge number of people volunteering, but a huge number of people being underpaid, especially the male-level healthcare workers, those that are from the nurses, the midwife, the physician assistant, the laboratory, the respiratory therapists, the OR technicians, the anesthetic, all of them. If you have them being underpaid, they are in majority. What happened? The health sector will not move to the pace that you expect it to move. You have decrease in service delivery, the quality. I can be to work, I can be assigned, but the quality of the work determined from my heart. So you see me, I'll be tying my face, I will not be smiling because my heart is not smiling. My children, I'm struggling about the second installment payment now. I cannot afford to pay that. Do you expect me when I get to work to be laughing? It's very difficult. You can't invade smile. Smiles are normally created by your employers.
So let's draw the line between this whole reclassification policy and and the salary top up that the Ministry of Finance or the government did. I mean, give us some, you know, differences. What is it?
So, for example, Honorable Gavana that day was interviewed in the studio here when he told us to go back to work, and we listened to him. He was able to fulfill that promise by seeing some of our colleagues, their salary being adjusted, but in Liberia, a lot to be done.
Okay.
So the salary top up came as a result of government own identification of the let me say critical belt of salary range.
Okay.
There were people you must have doing you PA and PA working together and making 150, making 400.
Okay.
Yes, that was happening across. Even it's still happening across the country. As a matter of fact, PAs are
Even after the harmonization in 2019.
harmonization was another, share policy anyway. We call that share policy in the sense that when you say harmonize in Malay elementary understanding, it means that uniformity, right? They should be on par.
Yeah.
But you still have the issue with discussing somebody on the payroll making 150, another person on the payroll making
Doing
400.
the same job.
Doing the same job.
Even at some point in time with the same qualifications.
With the same even somebody that making less money qualify more than the person that even making more money. But you see those kind of things on the payroll. I don't know whether the harmonization were able to even visit Ministry of Health payroll.
What impact has this salary top up been able to make in the sector?
Clearly government have almost put our people against us.
How?
Because what they did is some health worker was saying nothing out on my own. Then some of them was saying, at least I thank God, something out on my own. So on the average, like you have like 220 some physician assistant on payroll, 223 physician assistant on payroll, and you have 100 of that number, 127 of that number getting small thing out of $10, $20, $50, $100. Some of them that were low, some of them 150 added on them. So when the 100 person saying nothing added on me, and the 127 person saying that something added on my own, so you realize that. Even today, you tell the people, say, our salary, we need more. They will say, but how many were making plenty of money before we were not making that money? We start making money and then they won't get issue with us. So that was a good, smart move.
If you tell them, go to the ministry and make demand, they will say, I don't think I'm ready to
most
go.
Most of them now will be thinking that the one they added there was like something they were dreaming for.
Okay.
Yeah, most of them. Yeah. But salary is always not enough.
Yeah.
So eventually now they started seeing it that I think the what we do, we value for more than that. But we must appreciate Honorable Gafwan, the Minister of Health, the CSA for that top-up exercise because it impacted some people. But what we want them to do, we don't want top-up.
Okay.
We want reclassify health sector.
So I want you to, again, a little bit explain this reclassification, maybe in a little bit detail so people can know what exactly the picture is.
So, like for example, when you say about reclassification, a physician assistant is assigned in JFK, working as a PA. When they train as a PA, as soon as you graduate from the PA school, he start working.
Yeah.
Some of them graduated with diploma because physician assistant profession, as a matter of fact, started at diploma level.
Okay.
3-year diploma. So you go to school, you acquire BSc or you specialize. Government still pay you as a diploma holder.
Okay.
Government not pay you as a BSc holder, as a specialized person.
Okay.
But you are doing specialized work.
But you are still taking the pay for the diploma work you used to do.
Yes.
Okay.
In some cases, there are people on the payroll that have been paid nurse A money. But they are nurses and they are on schedule as nurses. There's a case in Cape Town like that.
Okay.
Yes. So sometimes too, we blame the government and we don't blame the government 100% because when employment benefit was high, there was a nurse A position on the payroll, and then the healthcare worker said, even when a nurse A pay, say I will take it.
Okay.
Yes.
They took it voluntarily.
They took it that time. Yes. So now that the nurse A, they realize now that their friend nurses or their friend PAs are making more money as per their profession. They want you to capture them. Okay. So the way to go about it is to reclassify. Reclassify means come with your current degree, come with your current credential. Let capture it, let put on the payroll with it.
Okay.
We're not saying when you capture the current degree today, you must pay 2025 that money.
Okay.
But if you say, okay, you sort of add 200 on the salary, that 200, let's split it over 4 years. This year we put $50 there. Next year we put another $50 there. Then subsequent years to come until we can reach that 200.
Okay.
If you want to employ anybody on the payroll with that same qualification, you start them from there. You know what that one will be doing to you too? You also going to be paying people based on seniority.
Okay.
You stay long in the fee and intern reporter, graduate and get employed. Then they pay them according to you as a veteran. So that means there is no respect for the profession. But in medicine, there is hierarchy.
Okay.
So you enter first as an entry level salary.
Yes.
Then incrementally over 4 years, you reach to a salary that is determined for that profession. So when we reclassify the health sector, then we'll see that there's a gap or need. Like we say we declare war on drugs. But we got people that were trained by Carter Center as mental health clinicians.
Yes.
And they're working actively as mental health clinicians, but you are not paying them as mental health clinicians. You're saying that they went to school for 6 months. It is true, they went to school for 6 months. But during the Ebola, they work. During COVID, they work. And they are still working currently. And the 6 months they went to, you know how they were going to school? From Monday to Friday. If I'm doing, for example, I'm doing PhD currently. If I'm doing PhD, I'm going to go to school every year. I go to school twice. When I enter in class, maybe like, for example, 2 weeks before I move from there. And someone is going to school every day 1 hour, every day 1 hour. And 12 months is what? 12 months will be like 30 days in, for example, 30 days in a month. You multiply the number of hours, and somebody that's spending 8 hours on 1 day alone. So if you plan your courses for like 8 hours a day, and I plan my courses 1 hour a day, it will take me 8 days before I cover out my 1 day courses I plan. So the mental health clinician was trained with an extensive and intensive training. And they were certificated by Carter Center. You're using that skills, but you don't want to pay them. And you don't even want to recognize them as specialists. Because policy that we don't know of, the CSA said that before you be recognized as a specialized person, you should go to school for 12 months and beyond. We accept. But then the guys want to drop their arm to say we don't want to work in our capacity, but we'll continue working in our unique capacities as nurses, PAs, and midwives. Then you're saying that they want to cause trouble, which of course is not fair. The work that I do 65 years from now, I might be retired, for example, or 65 years of my age, I'll be retired. If I take 15 years of that time and volunteering, nothing there for social security, nothing there for any retirement plan, and then I just work. As soon as I go in block book, after 5 years, retirement come. Then that's what leading to our workers getting stroke. There are plenty of them developing stroke, occupational related diseases. So we don't want the sector to just be favored by adding salary on them, but rather they must be reclassified and there should be a policy roadmap.
Do you see the possibility of this reclassification happening anytime soon?
I see the possibility because I believe that government was complaining that when they took over, there was competing priorities. So they wanted to better the health sector, they wanted to improve on services, they want to put what was not there. But we know that they are making error. It can improve on RPC in the health sector and improve on medication supply or pharmaceutical supply in the facilities.
What do you call RPC?
RPC meaning that infection preventions and control.
Oh, okay.
When you clean
where
the
they help
patient,
people, you let acronyms too.
oh yes, when you improve on the surrounding to where you're giving care, you make the place tidy up. You clean the place.
Yeah.
You have effective accountability. That you don't turn up patient and patient not carrying ban him like before. Patient only complain that they need to pay, but patients are being catered to, for example. So in that light, if they can improve with that, they can also improve on the salaries. Because we're saying that salary will not be automatic, but we can do it incrementally. That's what we think. that it can be. So we believe that with time and with consciousness, and if they love the profession that they govern, I believe they will give attention to the human resource of that profession. That's all I
Exactly.
can say. Yes.
So, you've been advocating, and I believe that, like I've said, over the period of time, people who are in civil society, but better still in a particular sector, and when they are advocating, you know, when they are advocating in Liberia, there's a likelihood that sometimes somebody will say, "Oh, that man is political, or he's doing it because of certain interest." But sometimes I believe that some of you in a specific sector where you work and you know the challenges there, you want change. That's why sometimes you do these kind of advocacies. But in your own sincere opinion, what do you make of the health sector in general when it comes to, well, you want to talk about infrastructure, you want to talk about salaries, not salary per se, but availability of drugs and all of that. What can you say?
So currently the health sector, like you said, when you're advocating, I have facing that challenges a lot.
Okay.
People sometimes see you like a politician because you're talking out. People believe that when you talk for your right, you are a politician. But the fact that I am not a politician, I'm doing it with my sincere mind because I was elected to carry on that advocacy. And I think our advocacy to some extent have yielded result. So some of the result are they tap up that you're hearing about, and then we have to sit on the table, negotiate, and they say yes, they say they want to do it, they will say no, we don't want it that way. And some of the result are the policy that were crafted to be implemented by another institute or administration. Interestingly, that government did not retain power, and then the other government that came looking at the policy with different eye. So that's something that yes, we got to stand firm and continue to persuade them because gone are those days where advocate will be like fighting just for
Okay.
you. But we discuss the issues, the core issue, we recognize your effort, and we tell you where you need to do more. That's what we are doing.
Okay.
We don't want the sector to be like a hostile sector, for example. We want people to listen to more. So as it stands currently in the health sector, if I may grade the health sector now, I think the health sector is moving.
Okay.
Yes, it's moving. It's not stagnated.
So if we give
Yes.
you to grade from 1 to 10, what would it be?
I would say because I'm not there now because my salary is not captured, so maybe I put them around the 6.
Because you didn't get a top up.
Because I put them 1 to 6. At
Okay.
least they
1 to 6.
trying a little bit. Because where they took it from, we all know we are not strangers.
Okay.
The health sector was such a way that there was some lot of challenges. Lot of challenges. You saw some facilities, some county hospital when you entered there because people were not supervising. Yeah, so people were doing their own setting most often. And I used to see some CHOs in Morovia with the county cars, almost all the week they are here. They are assigned Babolu, maybe like in Bombi or maybe in the southeast, but the car is in down here. But now I think to some extent that have been curtailed. That means that they are doing their work, assuming that they are doing their work. Because evidence is by the data that are coming out of the field, we're seeing result. We're not hearing people crying from the facility, people are dying this. When you doing well, it will speak for itself.
Okay.
You don't need strong PR. Maybe what I need to advise the Minister of Health is that they're doing too much of PRO, the social media platform. Like every little thing they want to post it there. I think they need to calm down on that and focus on in the facility. Let the patient raise the alarm.
Let me put
Yes.
some political stuff there.
Yes.
CDC
Yes.
people sometimes they can say, we did this. This other project was initiated by the WIA administration. Then some of the officials or executives will say, the only thing is that we were not always on the radio or we were not always publishing these things we were doing. That's why people are saying that way. So you think the Ministry of Health wants it, so tomorrow they can say, oh, they didn't do anything. Maybe that's why they are putting all their work online so people can see.
No, but I think the what we do, we work
But we
in
are saying we get
silence.
the people had to come to even explain things. Yeah, so
Yeah, sometimes when you do well, even you, the media people, you can go to the facilities and take the microphone. Hear from the community. You don't need to be in the hospital, from the community. Let's see how they are perceiving our work. Because you can look at their perceptions. Their experiences that they have encountered in seeking for care, all of things will give us the picture of the health sector. But if you blow your own trumpet sometimes, you already blow it because the PRS is implore. He have to do his work. And all the people that have to sing in the song are also employed by you. So you can always base on
So,
your platform.
so I know there are different things in the health sector. Maybe the issue of medical supplies, the issue of manpower development, the issue of infrastructure upgrade or infrastructure development, all of that. Where do you think the focus should be?
So the one may have system. In the system, there are different organs.
Yeah.
And the organs to include human resource, to include infrastructure, to include medical supplies, they are all very important. Even you train people today, you deploy them, and they don't have nothing to work with. The system will not work. It will actually
You're right.
crumble, yes. So it is good to give equal,
Attention.
attention
Okay.
to all. When you provide the medical supplies at the facility level, and you have people there working diligently, and then you supervising them. Sometimes supervision, what it does is that it coaxes you to do the right thing. You might not be happy because you now maybe being well paid, but your supervisor behind you are afraid. You need to do the work. So that one thing that is happening that is I see is more effective. But on the other hand, you need to focus on human resource capacity building, because our health system is not that sophisticated. That's why you see people, running out of the country to seek care, because people don't trust our health system to that extent yet.
Okay.
Even in Liberia, they do neurosurgery here. Neurosurgery, yes, they do neurosurgery here, but some people, when you want to do neurosurgery on them, they don't trust. They feel that Liberia yesterday, still Liberia today. And they forgetting to know that people have been trained and they have adapted system out there, they are doing it and they are yielding good result.
What do we have to do to build that trust?
So to build our trust first, we need to see the patients as our ambassadors.
Okay.
They the one who carry the information out there. When they come to us, let not see them like people that are seeking care, but they are our bosses. They are our employee. They the one employing us. We talk to them nicely, because what the British country is ahead of us is customer service. When they talk to you nicely, excuse me, sir, can I help you? That war, when you make a black man big, you're going to see them, they'll commit everything to you. And they want to give you more attention and even disclose beyond. So we need to work on that, the way we engage our client, the way we engage I think Ministry maybe need to take the lead to do an exceptional customer service training for our people. Customer service is not only for bankers. We should see ourselves as service provider, and the customers that are coming to us as our client, we should also know how to engage them. So I think we need to build the capacity of the healthcare workers, because we have some doctor specialists, but you don't have all of male level healthcare workers being specialized in that area. Like, for example, you can't train somebody and send them in Bamboo, where are coming from? Bamboo town. You have facility there on Bamboo Road. If you train a physician assistant in dental care, dental practice, you send them there, or in ophthalmology care, you send them there. That means that you are duplicating services that are provided at the central level to that of the periphery.
Yes.
Yes, at least they will not have the idea or the opportunity to see a specialized doctor there, but they have a specialized clinician there. So that can even you more result. And interestingly, you not pay that person plenty of money like the way you pay specialized person. You want to pay them at the male level, service skills, which is like 1,500 proposed earlier. So we just need to double up and employ people, not only one segment, but also train people, provide equal opportunity to everybody that are the carrier and the movers of the health sector.
Okay, the carriers, the movers of the health sector. Theophilus Faya is the president of the Assistant Association of Liberia. He's my guest here this morning. So we'll open the lines to have some interaction with our audience, people who are following the show this morning. Call 0777 700 995 995. 0777 700 995 995 and 0555 995 995. So these are numbers you can call to participate on the show this morning. This is the OK Morning Rush. My name is Marka Davis here bringing you the show this morning. So let's have some interaction with our guest this morning. So just place in your call on 0777 700 995 995 and 0555 995 995. Let's see if we can speak with this person. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Margaret, and good morning to your guest.
Good morning. Go ahead.
I'm from Boab Benat calling from Kakata City.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to tell the spokesperson of that health worker, God will bless you.
Mm.
You are doing well for your people. You are doing well for people, but our people in the educational sector, the ATL, they are not doing nothing for us. Nothing they do for us. It is only by page that the government was able to, let's say, upgrade few of our police were on the field. But some of us, like I was talking, I have bachelor degree in secondary education. I still taking a C certificate salary. If our people like you people, they're going to be doing well for us. I think we're going to be suffering. But you are a brave man. God will continue to bless you, even more than our NTA people.
Okay.
God will continue to bless you for your people.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank you. Let's take this person right here. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Yes.
My name is Roman Sheriff, and I'm calling from North Dakota,
Okay.
United States. Mr. Fire, I think some of this information, we are listening, we support the government, we want for the government to do more. But when the government doing this thing, it is necessary that people that they are doing it for, they should come on board and then tell what is really going on. We are not in the country, but we support the government. It is necessary that this information be going out there. And secondly, to the PRO, I think the Ministry of Health has to do more and more of that PRO, because people from the opposition side, they are saying different things, and we are not on the ground. So it is necessary that they be doing the PRO, so at least we'll get to know what is going on in the country. I'm so happy that you came out today to get all this information. Thank you ever so much.
Okay. Thanks for joining us from way North Dakota, USA, right here on the OK Money Rush. Let's go for this caller right here. Well, slip off the line. 0777700 995 07777 700 995 055 995 995. Let's go for this. Good morning. Please stay away. Please stay away from your monitor, please.
Okay, sorry for that.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, Anthony McGill, calling from Buna Farm. Well, I really want to take this time to highly appreciate your guest in Mr. Fire
Okay.
for the discussion. Yes, I hope he keeps out. I know him. I know what he stands for, and what he discussing in studio that is very important. Nurses, doctors, physician assistant. They are the ones that get our lead today. We the come on in Liberia here, we don't have money to go China, to go India, and other things. The more you take care of those people, the more you will find the health system going on fine in the country. So I take this time to really appreciate his discussion in studio there this morning. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's take this one. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. You're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Hassan Freeman. I just want to tell your guests thank you. But they are listening to the guest on the radio doing the news. He was sounding a politician, but they are listening to him now. He calm everything down. I want him next time when he's doing the advocacy, he should be calm, cool. Then people will listen to him.
Yeah,
and people will admire him.
but news,
I tell him, thank you.
news, different. News are power now. But thank you so much.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Marka, how you doing?
Well, I'm good. How are you?
Great. Let me say good morning to the speaker in studio. I'm in the studio guest.
Okay.
My name is Focus Wilson. Marka, I'm from the southeast.
Okay.
Something really captured my attention, but before then, let me.
Poga, are you there? Oh, I don't know why, but I think.
You hear me?
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So the first thing is that the entire health sector needs to be revamped. Now, I think under the regime, we significantly get the information, even outskirts of the city, that there are big improvement as compared to the others. So we think that all we need to do is that the government needs to exert more effort to ensure that we have attention to the health workers, especially supply the medication and employing missionary that will be able to put to work. But my first question to Mr. Faya is I've been hearing I wanted for him to throw light how many health sector practitioners he's working with in terms of partners, because this advocacy such of what he's doing is also require partnership. So it is important to know who are those partners that you're working with. The second thing I want to say, what is the general appreciation when you to compare the contrast of the past, not necessarily we are regime, but of the past to where we are? What would be his own assessment in terms of the health sector? Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much for joining the program this morning. You can also do the same by calling 0555-995-995, 0777-700-995. Let's go to this one. Good morning. Okay, I think that person just realized that they were giving us some real terrible feedback, so they had to go off. So let's go for this one. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, you are live on OKFM. Your name, where you join us from?
Yeah, good morning to the Liberian people, and also good morning to you in the studio. I'm Nina Boniface now, calling from the Somalia driveway.
Okay.
My attention has been drawn to the fact that the guy talked about reclassification of the health sector, and I also thinking of the humanization. So I believe that he said that the humanization is a charade, but he wants for people to be in agreed, classify and be taken pay accordingly. And I think when you talk about the humanization, I want to see the humanization.
You got to make some adjustment. Your line is cracking.
So, as I'm saying, I think the humanization is actually giving a basic in terms of how everybody should be respected in terms of their professional capacity and what should be their salary in terms of what they are providing when it comes to what they are paying and learn over the year based on their experience, their degree, or their position. So I believe that we can better up because everything will not be done or be well by the real administration. But I think the real administration make us have a sense that if you're a professional, the doctor, every doctor take the 2,000. So it means that we on a path in Liberia. As long as you are a medical doctor, the 2,000. If you are looking at this person as a director, that is, so it means that you have your person to every job that in Liberia. So
okay, yeah, thank you. We are struggling with your line. Let's see if we can join this person. Good morning. Oh,
Yeah, good morning, Marka.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning to your guys this morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm watching on Morva. I call from Tokostan. Thank you, guys this morning. Appreciate the government. The government is doing well. At least they are doing well. Well, now my first idea is that because I went to GFO, my labor, the road nurses, I don't know, they have to do some e-service training for them because road nurses, they are still on their phone, and when you go to payment, they just go to payment, they will not even educate people, go so, usually the people from go.
Yeah, I think he mentioned something about that, like, you know.
Yeah,
yes, he mentioned something about that.
They asking people, and sometimes you go ask them, so now you want to talk to you. So you have to maneuver your way, some way you go through the process. So if I give the patient hard time, the person already sick already, and they go there, they'll be on us stress. So you have to really speak on that. I experienced it one time when I came my labor to GFK one time. So thank you very much this morning.
Thank you for your participation. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, okay. That caller went off the line. 0777-700-995. We'll take at least 3 more calls and then we'll go back to our guest. 0777-700-995-995, 0555-995-995. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Are you there?
Hello.
Go ahead. You're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, Marka, my name is Thomas, and I'm phone in from Congo Town.
Okay.
I listened to the studio guest this morning. He was right on both of the issues. It is important that government pay attention to people who are rendering professional services. But one thing that caught my attention, especially in relation to the health sector,
Mm.
the health sector, the nurses, this is something that, I mean, it will not be only me who will complain about it, right? The health sector, the nurses, the physician, etc., whosoever that works in the health sector, they need to live by the oath. Why the school they are fighting for increment in the salary to make sure that they take something home good to for they and the family upkeep. They are not living according to the oath that they took. They took oath to save lives. But you go to somebody clinic or hospital, people who are nurses, physicians, assistants, somebody will be dying, they're rushing them on emergency bed, and they are walking. Some people facing their nails, some people just doing things that will not be in line. So they who are the head of these various associations, they talk for the people. Why they should be fighting for increment, but your professional ethics to be upheld.
Okay.
That's my point this morning.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah. It's,
Your line is bad, oh. No, I'm not sure. Let's see this one. It's also off. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Okay, finally, go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Mohammed Passaway. I'm in District 13.
Okay.
Let me appreciate you and let me appreciate your guests for the interaction. You know, it is important. I think many of your callers have said it all. You know, while we appreciate the fact that people that work in the health sector, they need to pay for their professional services, they run to the government, also relevant people at last. But it's also important that they should also take their job very much important.
Okay.
You know, Marka, it behooves me. At one point in time, I lost my brother's wife at JFK. That was my first time to experience that kind of a thing. I don't know why they always doing that. Somebody will go to JFK, they will go there, they'll be on sick day, they'll be paying for drugs, all the kind of things. But when the person dies, they will come, they'll bring slip to you. They say the person will pay for so and so amount. The dead person will pay for all so and so amount before the body can be removed from the hospital. I don't know why, as to what other countries they do that. I was so angry at that time. Why it is that people doing this to their parents? Somebody will bring a relative, friends, family member to the hospital, the person will survive, they die. Then you are there telling them to pay for all of the services around to the person. I think that is unfortunate, Marka. The government needs to work on these things.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. So yes, that's it. Let's go back to Mr. Faya. You listen to the callers?
Yes, I think most of them were appreciating our work, and then for a few of them that, for example, Poker Robert talk about who we are working with. So he need to also listen to us carefully that I'm the president of the Physician Assistant Association, and they have other associations there. We are all partnering together. As a matter of fact, one person cannot push up the advocacy pedal without collaborating with other people. So we collaborating with even the government itself. We collaborate with government to find solution. We collaborate with different boards. We collaborate with our membership, different healthcare media, because we can't do this without the media. If the media that give us the platform in order for our voices to be heard, so we are collaborating with them. And we come to, somebody was talking about reclassification and harmonization. I want you to know that there are distinct differences between reclassification and harmonization. Harmonization is meant to bring everybody on par. That means that something is there. Money there already, they're paying us. But maybe the other person that making, 150, other person making 200, who got the same position, who must make the same money. But even in the various ministries and agencies, the state has, super directors. You are director, I'm a director. Like
They
for
still have
example,
the disparities?
Yes, directors. And I suggested that we don't just criticize, but we can suggest. I suggested that to CSA boss once. If you want people to be on par, like the Ministry of Health, all those are in the director position. Whether you are doctor, you PA, you nurse, pay them director pay. Don't give them maybe a PA pay or a doctor pay. For example, if you take a specialized doctor, you make them director. The specialized doctor, for example, might be making around like $3,000 or $3,500, for example. So you take that person, make them director, and the director position is an administrative position, and the salary of 3,000 was determined because of the work they do and the risks implicated on the job that they are doing. You pay them as director, you put them in director pay. Director pay on the payroll is around 1,800. So if you want to be director, granted, but your salary will be reduced to 1,800 because you value the director pay over your own professional pay. So make people to be like that, and then I think people will run away eventually to go back to seek their own professional working titles, and that will be good for us. The next thing,
We don't.
yes,
Yeah.
the next thing is the reclassification. You are there to put everybody back on based on their role they play. Then the last person, JFK. JFK nurses, they still have more their volunteer. It is not the reason for which they are not doing well, but I think it is better for us to look at also the apply. And let's get JFK the flower this morning. JFK issue of infrastructure have greatly improved. It is really clean. Myself went there yesterday. My mom was like, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, something good coming from out of JFK. So thank you very much for this opportunity given to us. I think to some extent we need to work on the attitude and maybe work on the human relationship, but the issue of infrastructure I think now is getting better. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Theophilus Faya is the president of the Physician Assistant Association of Liberia. He's been my guest this morning on the OK Morning Rush. This is how we go home tomorrow. Clarence will be here. My name is Marka Davis. Bye bye.